We begin this practice by sitting on our heels, moving in a variation of cat and cow, hands on the knees, as we arch the spine upwards to the ceiling and bow. This one you'll do on your own flow, on your own timing, honoring your breath. And then open the knees wide, hands on the mat, and continue that cat and cow, arching to the spine and tucking. Slowly we release into child's pose with our forehead on the mat and hands stretched out. Lift the chest, roll over, chin, chest, extend to locust pose. Release, lifting up, moving through child's pose, breathing, rolling over into locust. We call this child's pose dance. Slowly lifting, go back to child's pose and roll back, finding your way into locust pose. Maybe lift the hands and release. Lifting the arms and the legs simultaneously like an airplane, releasing to the earth, lifting, and slowly coming back and sitting in your child's pose. Rolling over to hands and knees. Have your knees facing forward, hands on the mat. Tuck the toes into downward facing dog. We pause here, we breathe. We can look to the right and the left a couple times and lift the right leg to the ceiling. Tap. Roll over to high plank variation with the right foot on top of the left, extending back to three-legged down dog. Repeating this a couple of times, rolling over to high plank with the right leg on top of the left, and extending the right leg to the sky. High plank once again. You can even tap your chest to the mat and go back to your three-legged down dog before you step into your low lunge. Lifting the right hand, taking it back, opening the chest, bring it through to the front, reaching beyond yourself, dropping the left knee as the hands come to the heart. We extend the hands, we open the chest, Anjalayasana, bringing the arms around and through. Release the hands down, lifting the left knee, getting a bit of movement, stepping to the top of the mat in slow motion, toes touch. Lifting the heart forward, then we bow. Inhale, lifting the hands above, hands to the heart as we breathe. Inhale, we lift again, saluting the sun, and we swan dive it down, dropping the head. Stepping back on the right, opening it up to warrior two. Having a little variation there, ocean arms, as we circle that right arm through the center, and we open it up again. Little variation as we reverse, and windmilling the hands down. Stepping back and moving through chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. We breathe in downward facing dog and lift the left leg all the way up to the sky. We take that left leg on top of the right and roll over into a variated half plank, reaching the chest forward and extending the left leg to the ceiling or to the sky. Tapping on the back of the right, we roll over like an ocean wave, high plank, and go back to our three-legged down dog. Rolling over. You can do this one as many times as you like, or tap the chest to the mat and find your way back to three-legged down dog. Moving into low lunge, extending the left hand all the way to the ceiling, opening it up so that you can see the ceiling, and then finding that hand and finding yourself getting a little movement, releasing that left knee, the right knee down, hands to the heart. Extending, opening the chest in Anjalayasana and bringing the hands around, releasing the hands to the mat. Slowly step in slow motion, toes touch, heart reaches forward and bow. Inhale, hands over the head, reaching, saluting the sun. Hands come to the heart. lifting again, and swan diving down and bowing. Stepping back on the left, opening, warrior two. Little arm variations, you can do what feels good to you and circle that arm through. Lifting and breathing, arm variations. Back to warrior two, we release it down. Moving through chaturanga, lifting to upward facing dog, exhaling to a down dog. And we breathe here. Walk the hands back toward the body here. When you're ready, find your way into Malasana, feet on the mat, lifting to the chest, breathing, inhaling, and exhale, and even coming off of the hips, extending the hands to the front or above the head. Coming back down, lifting the chest, and then bowing into Dasan. Walk back into a downward facing dog and breathe. And lift the right leg out one more time, but open it up to a scorpion down dog this time. Slowly tuck the head, extend, and then tap on the right arm, right knee. Extend once more, three-legged down dog. And tap it across the body, but let it hover. Maybe catch that leg and open it up, or you can even go to fallen triangle here, whatever suits you in your practice. Release and unthread, lifting all the way up, and maybe get wild with it. Wild thing, arching the spine, lifting, following the hand, release it down, and then slowly lift back up, unthread. Three-legged down dog. We step it to the front, still on the right leg, lifting all the way up, opening the chest, bringing those arms around, slowly bowing and standing head to knee. Toes touch, heart reaches forward. We bow here. Bending the knees and sitting in a chair pose, and then coming to standing. We bow. We drop the head to the earth. We inhale, lift the chest, stepping back on the right, opening to warrior two, reversing, releasing side angle, releasing low lunge, and moving through chaturanga. We all meet in downward facing dog, and we breathe. Gently walking the hands back toward the body. Coming into a second set of Malasana, lifting the chest, lifting to the root, extending the hands out or upwards, lifting off of the hips slightly, and then releasing out of it. Finding our way back to downward facing dog and breathing. Lifting to the left leg, opening it up to scorpion down dog, bending the knee, tucking the head to the knee, extending. Tapping left knee, left arm, extend if you like. Slowly bring it back to three-legged down dog. And tap across the body or extend like a hovering triangle. Opening, breathing, lengthening the body. Slowly unthread without touching on the mat, extending to the left leg. And then we get wild again, arching to the spine in wild thing. Release down and arch once again, unthreading, lengthening up to three-legged down dog, stepping to the top of the mat, arching through, opening the hands, releasing, standing head to knee, we bow. Toes touch, heart reaches forward, bowing to the earth. Sitting in chair pose, coming to standing, hands at the heart.